Hi everybody, it's week 3 for Transmedia storytelling, and these are your video instructions for the week. So today I just want to remind you that your Tell Your Story project is not necessarily autobiographical, though it can be. It's just you're telling a new story instead of taking a story that already exists. In this video today we're going to talk a little bit about characterization, and we're going to talk about ethics with regards to transmedia branding. We'll go over sock puppets and newsjacking. But first, I don't know if you guys have experience with voice assistants, but I have an Alexa, and we're going to have Alexa show us a skill that we just got, and I think it's pretty cool. Alexa, beam us to the deck.
Please stay still or your atoms may rearrange. Your teleport begins in 3, 2, 1.
Pretty cool, huh? What? Ah! Alexa, beam us back inside! Oh, that feels better. Meadowlark, why don't you go play and show one more place we can go to. Alexa, beam me to McDaniel College. McDaniel campus, look how beautiful it is today. I just wanted to give you guys just a look at McDaniel's campus because I know you guys haven't been here in a while. And that's it. Take care and stay safe. All right. Alexa, beam me up. Alexa, beam me up. Alexa, beam me up.
I'll try not to leave any body.
Before we get to some new ideas and concepts I'd like you to consider for your Tell Your Story project, I want to go over the project in a little bit more detail. So here I am on the tasks page, and I'm just clicking on the Tell Your Story link. So you can see it's worth 20% of your grade, and there are 3 parts to this project. So the first is the Netflix series, the second is the website with characters and pictures and stories, and the third is your pitching media engagement. So the first part, you're going to imagine a 5-episode, 20-minute episode Netflix series for your story, and you're going to include the following items in your description of the series. So you'll make a document that has all of these things. And if you have any questions about anything, of course, email me, and I will be able to answer them. Next, you're going to create a website with characters and pictures and stories. You can use WordPress, Wix, Google Websites, whatever you'd like to make this work, and have a summary of the story and a description of the world, the conflict, the characters, their dilemmas, and then 2 items that are coming soon your fans can buy. Okay, so this could be things like t-shirts, cards, mugs, whatever. That's up to you. The final part is pitching media engagement, and this is you trying to figure out how you're going to get your audience engaged. Lights, camera, character, and some ethics. These are a few things I just wanted to point out and make you aware of when you're considering your Tell Your Story project. The first thing is just a suggestion for thinking about your characters and your rules for those characters on the website project. Now, we've done this before with your Tell Their Story project, but I'd like you to play around with it again for your Tell Your Story project. And this is inspired by the Oulipo. And the Oulipo was a French literary movement that would constrain writings. They would have rules for the writing. And we're just going to adopt some of this, their ideas, for constraining your characters so you can really develop characters that are different and are very consistent across the different media that you're going to be using. So with the Oulipo, for instance, one of the constraints that a Oulipian writer did was to write an essay that can be read frontwards and backwards in a palindrome style. Another constraint was never to use the letter E in a mystery that was written. So the whole text, there you never find a word with the letter E. So those are just a few of the ways that the Oulipo were playful with writing. Lots of things I'd like you guys to think about when you're creating characters are, what are 3 rules for each of these characters' dialogue? What types of words can they use? Are they using formal language, informal language? Are there a list of words that you wouldn't want them to use, like swear words and things like that? What are 3 rules for connoting the characters through their look or visual appearance. So would they always be wearing, say, a black hat? Do they never wear socks? Just what are some rules for these characters visually that indicate or connote certain things about them? Are sock puppets. Now, sock puppets are a persona that's under the control of a transmedia narrative team. All right, so if you have a website, a Facebook page, you've got a place with comments. So all it means is that you're part of the franchise, right? You're responding to things as part of the franchise. Now, there are constraints of this, which would be if you're discovered, an audience can feel cheated, right? So if there's a persona that's under the control of the transmedia team and it's encouraging you, or it's saying, negative things about you, or putting your praising you so much, the audience can feel like this is not right. So an audience might feel cheated. They'll also lose feelings of power. I hope that makes sense. But of course, there are affordances with this. It's a delicate line to walk, but it can lead to social proof if you do have a sock puppet, where people, it's reliance on feedback and actions of others to determine what is right and what is wrong in a given situation. So a sock puppet can help create a culture. You could think of it like an anti-troll culture, and how you're supposed to behave on the websites, the questions you're supposed to ask, helping them lead to discover, more information, maybe solve a mystery or get a reward. But one thing to consider, right, is just being honest about it and probably revealing yourself as a sock puppet, as part of the transmedia narrative team as you're doing this. The second thing that I want to talk about with regards to ethics, this will be ethical number 2, newsjacking. Okay, so newsjacking, if you haven't heard of it before, is when companies take what's in the news, so they're being kairotic, right time, right place, and it's this opportune moment for brands to capture the attention from something major that is happening in the media for their own gain. So you choose a trending topic, blog about it, tweet about it. You could include it in your Transmedia story franchise, being aware of it, getting it part of the story. So that would be forms of newsjacking, but it's ethically a little problematic. So sometimes it can be used inappropriately. So for instance, in these examples. So you're thinking about trying to be contemporary and you're imagining ways to use current news in your transmedia stories. Really be aware of these issues with regards to newsjacking and sock puppets, because it can be a problem making your audience feel like they won't trust you.